2 weeks ago today, the World Rally Championship suffered the loss of Peugeot co-driver Michael Park in a fatal accident during the Rally of Great Britain. Everybody involved with the sport has been affected by his death.
All of us know the danger about the sport, and that's how it is. Very unlucky, but you just have to actually do what he loved the most, and that's driving, rallying.
I suppose it's business as normal, so we've got to carry on. It's what Beef would have wanted, I'm sure, is get out there and get on with it, guys, is what he would have said. So not easy to do, but that's what we've got to do.
You know, everybody really wants to get back into, you know, a difficult rally again for everybody, as for sure, but I know for a fact that it's what Michael would have wanted. He would have wanted to see all his mates and everything back out here again competing.
Michael Park was affectionately known by his nickname Beef. He started his rally career in the early 90s, competing in British national championships and working closely with the 2001 world champion Richard Burns. During his career, he was involved with most of the big names, but it was his partnership with Märtin, begun in 1999, which brought about his biggest success. Teamed together at Subaru, then Ford. The pair moved to Peugeot for the 2005 season. During their time together, they managed to notch up 5 WRC victories, taking their debut win in Greece 2003. They'd been regular visitors to the podium ever since.
Did you watch football last night? So I don't know who won.
Apart from all the success, Beef was a real character, always keen to look on the lighter side of life.
30, 5 left, 6 right, 20, 5 right.
He loved rallying, he lived for the sport, and he embraced life.
Yeah, I think your job looks pretty easy. You're cruising around there, sort of mid-table. Have you really tried today or not?
And he was certainly never afraid to give an opinion.
Come on, you can see more than that.
And I said to him at one point, come on, you can see more than this, and he told me to off, so I guess he couldn't.
The accident has denied everyone of a fierce competitor. Beef was just 39 years old and a genuine family man. Have no doubt, he'll be missed by everyone. So it's with mixed feelings that we arrive here in Japan for round 13 of the World Rally Championship. Understandably, because of Michael Park's death, Märtin isn't competing here. But Robbie, what happened in Wales raises a number of talking points. Top of the list really is safety. Could anything have happened to change that accident?
I don't think so, John. I mean, it was one of these unfortunate circumstances where it was a huge impact at 100 miles an hour into a solid object, a tree, and it was a side impact. That's the critical point in a World Rally car or in any car, because the driver and co-driver is very close to that roll cage. The roll cage is strong, but there's just nothing that could prevent that accident, unfortunately, on that day. Because we've seen other accidents, and they've always walked away from those. This was the difference then, because it was an accident involving the side. Yeah, I mean, we all go through rallying, and there are huge risks. The drivers are risking, they're taking chances, and they do have crashes. I mean, that's part of the sport. But, you know, when they have these crashes and the car rolls, it dissipates the energy and gets rid of all that unwanted energy, and it looks spectacular. But it's the side impacts, they're the bad ones. Now, because of the accident in Wales, Markko's Grönholm in the second Peugeot then withdrew, and we had quite a complicated result. We did. We had a very complicated situation down there where Sébastien Loeb had really won the rally, but because Markko withdrew out of respect for Beef being killed, then it automatically gave Sébastien Loeb the World Championship at that point. But what Sébastien and Citroën did was very, very honourable, and they checked in 2 minutes early to a control. It demoted them from first to third place, and it kept the championship open till now in Japan. Nonetheless, when you look at the top of the Drivers' Championship, Sébastien Loeb comes here with quite a considerable comfort zone. He does. He's got a 34-point advantage over Peter Solberg at the moment. So it means, John, that he doesn't really have to win this event to win the world title. If Peter wins, Sébastien only has to finish in the top 3, and that's enough to seal the title.
So what do you think he'll do? Do you think he'll go for that top 3 place, or postpone it until he gets to France, which is the next round, and then wins it in Corsica?
No, he's definitely going to go and try and win the championship here, and that's it over and done with, and then he can concentrate on winning some more events. He's already won 8 this year, so there's probably a few more in the bag, but the main thing is the World Championship.
But whatever plans he's got, Petter could easily disrupt them, because he says this was one of his highlights of last year. It was a pretty convincing win from start to finish, and he won't hand that over without a fight, because this is Subaru country.
Yeah, I mean, Petter Solberg is going to be very strong here. He did win the event last year. Marcus Grönholm is going to be in the mix as well, although it's going to be a difficult weekend for him and the Peugeot team. It's all to play for, but I think Sébastien Loeb's got that one hand on that trophy at the moment.
The town of Obihiro on Japan's North Island is our home for the next 3 days, and we've got 26 stages and 218 miles to get through. So it's time to stop the talking and cut to the action, and it's all coming up after the break. Welcome back to Japan and the start ramp at Obihiro, rally headquarters for the weekend, and plenty of performers here, and 1 or 2 daredevils to go with them as well. This is Japan as you would expect it, with all the sights and sounds. First over the starting ramp then, in the Citroën, the championship leader Sébastien Loeb, and Robbie, he could have nailed that World Championship in Wales a fortnight ago.
Absolutely, John, but out of a mark of sportsmanship and respect for Michael Park, he chose not to, and he's brought the fight to Japan.
So it's a misty but not a particularly moist morning that greets Sébastien Loeb. The championship leader by 34 points, but Robbie's about to become a glorified road sweeper here.
34 points from Petter Solberg. He was second here last year, John. There is definitely going to be an element of road sweeping, especially on this stage. I remember it from last year, they used it. Look at it at the edges. That clean line will get better for the cars coming behind.
And what a position, Robbie, for Sébastien Loeb to be in. A finish in any of the top 3 places, and he takes the championship.
But this is a long, hard event and relatively unknown. Not many of the top drivers have got good experience of this rally.
It's a lot of gravel in all the stage. It's very, very slippery, and so I had no grip. We have to clean the road. We'll see.
A lot of gravel, says Loeb, but it's onto a slightly cleaner opening stage that Petter Solberg comes. And Robbie, this man needs a haircut. You remember what he said in Argentina? I'm not cutting my hair until I win a rally.
Yeah, but he's got a good chance here. This is the WRC's second visit to Japan, and remember, Solberg did win it last year. He's fired up, and he wants to take the fight to everybody. He wants to prove that he's still got it. Everybody knows he has.
And the way he took that corner, I think there's a demonstration of his intent this weekend.
He's on a mission, and it's Subaru's home soil. But John, he's not going to get too much advantage of that cleaning effect, running second in the road. Solberg down to the finish.
Opens 16. Keep right to the crash.
Look at that time. He hammers Loeb.
Bloody hell on the Melville. Yeah, it's incredible. Well done.
You took a fair chunk out of Sébastien so far. The guys behind is going to go even quicker, and that's all it is. It's so loose. Massive.
And one of the guys behind him is Markko Grönholm, third onto the road. And the Peugeot team driving under difficult circumstances this weekend, and really the team not expecting too much from Marcus.
Yep, Grönholm third in the World Rally Championship at the moment, but 38 points adrift of Sébastien Loeb. Really not in the hunt for the title, but should be quick here. He will get a slight benefit from road cleaning, but it's the guys running even further back in the road that are going to get the big advantage.
So the end of the stage coming up here, and well,
very good time from Grönholm, 0.6 of a second behind Solberg, and much quicker than Loeb.
To his teammate for the weekend, very difficult circumstances for this fella, the 29-year-old Swede Daniel Carlson, who replaces Marco Märtin.
It's his second outing in the Factory 307 this year, hasn't contested this event before, and John, we shouldn't really expect much of this young man.
Now in the Škoda in Britain it was McRae, in the Škoda here is Mikko Hirvonen. We've seen him a couple of times this year in a Ford, but he comes here because of his experience in Japan, Robbie, last year with Subaru.
That's right, finished 7th here last year and is looking on the pace.
to Chris Atkinson, teammate to Petter Solberg, with co-driver Glenn McNeil barking out the instructions.
This is one of the events he's got the most experience of, John. He's contested the Asia Pacific Rally Championship here before.
Now look at this.
6 right tightens, half long, open.
This is the end of the stage already.
And he is going to have a benefit from road cleaning. Look at that time, 1.3 faster than his teammate. Nice one, Chris.
Atkinson in a hurry to impress. He wins stage 1, but here's our leaderboard after stage 2, on which Solberg and Loeb record exactly the same winning time. That moves Solberg into the lead, Loeb into the points, but he's not going to win the championship from 8th.
Welcome to stage 3 of Rally Japan. Now this is the longest stage of the World Rally Championship season so far at just over 50 kilometres, and it's repeated as stage 7 later today. It's got a bit of everything in at this stage. It's very high speed to start, narrow sections, abrasive roads, gravel on the corners. But it's towards the end of the stage that it really counts. The drivers are going to have to concentrate 100%, their tyres are beginning to go off, and it makes everything very difficult. It's going to be a tough one.
And for one man, stage 3 is going to be a very important one as well. And this is him, Sébastien Loeb. Almost 8 seconds behind Petter Solberg. Importantly, almost 5.6 seconds behind the 3rd place, which will win him the championship.
That's right, he's down in 8th overall at the moment, John. But everything has still to happen. This is a long stage, he can make it count. And remember, he's going to repeat it later on today, and it will clean up. Look at how narrow these stages are. Absolutely no room for error.
And Loeb, Robbie, just mentioning something as he hit that gravel.
Probably changing a pace note for later on this afternoon. Next up, Petter Solberg, and that make him 8 seconds faster than Sébastien Loeb. He is the rally leader at the moment. Sliding a bit wide there. Hey! Thanks, Petter. Definitely gone to that loose gravel, and he dropped time there.
And from the view that we've got looking down the side of that Subaru, it looked as if he was really wide there. And this, when he's taking the rally by the scruff of its neck, and that corner almost had him.
He is the leader, but it's only by 0.2 of a second. Oh, again, just a bit hot on the apex there. Petter's trying extremely hard, wringing that Impreza's neck.
And wringing every bit of grip that he can out of his Pirelli tyres as he comes to the end of this monster stage, but the clock so far is looking good for him.
This is going to be a good time. Takes 10 seconds from Sébastien Loeb. Next up, Marcus Grönholm. He's on about the same pace as Sébastien Loeb. Heavy on the brakes, sliding the car round. Keep it off that loose stuff. No problem there. Much tidier than Petter.
Marcus told me yesterday, a shakedown, that he wouldn't be pushing too hard this weekend, but I don't think that is even in his nature.
17 career wins today, John, but only one event so far this year. He would like more, but the Peugeot hasn't been delivering that performance.
As he thunders down this straight, he's already going to lose time to Petter Solberg.
Ultra high speed, again changing some pace notes for later on through.
Oh, now how expensive is this going to be?
It's 10 seconds to Solberg, but John, that puts him on exactly the same time as Sébastien Loeb in 50 kilometres of driving. Impressive.
Now to our Aussie battler in this Subaru team, Chris Atkinson, who seems to have found the sweet spot in the road order here.
Second overall at the moment, and only 0.2 of a second behind Petter Solberg. Was leading after stage 1. He's only scored points on one event so far this year, and that was New Zealand when he finished 7th. Benefiting from his road position, the 13th on the road. Subaru really seem to have upped their game here this weekend.
Hug long 8 right, 30.
Let's see his time.
Extra long 8 left. Hug here.
4.6 faster than Solberg.
The tyre's obviously gone, yeah. We were -4 on Petter at the best, and then we were lost 1 second in 10.
But that puts Atkinson back in the lead of this event.
Not much.
It's a performance that's good enough to win the stage for Chris Atkinson. Here's the leaderboard after stage 4, though. That was won by Peter Solberg, giving him a 12-second lead over his Australian teammate. And Sébastien Loeb is moving too. Let's talk to rally leader Peter Solberg. Perfect morning, that, wasn't it?
It's a long time ago since we have been in the lead, so the feeling have been very good. As I said on the press conference, I never had so good feeling with the car as I have now, and a lot of small improvement with the performance have helped massively.
Thank you.
I'm here with Chris Atkinson. Chris, it's been a fantastic morning, second overall.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, we lost a bit of better, but we're not here to win, we're here to get experience still, and if we can stay in around the position we're in, that would be pretty nice.
But it's a nice position to be in.
Yeah, first time I've led a rally this year, and first time we're in second coming to service, so it's pretty cool.
You said to me before the rally started, you don't think you can beat Sébastien Loeb, and here you are beating Sébastien Loeb.
Ah, yes. There are two blue cars in front. Okay, I am not really in the fighting mood for the moment. It doesn't feel really good, so not pushing on the limit, but okay, we will see.
Sébastien, you're fourth at the moment, but it's not exactly where you need to be.
I need to be third, but I was also cleaning the road this morning, and so I lost a bit of time for that in the first and the fourth stage. In the long one, the conditions were okay, but didn't want to take too much risk, and so in this case it was not easy to find a good rhythm. So, but okay, the car is going well. We'll see this afternoon.
Stages 5 and 6 were short stages this morning. 5 was won by Gigi Galli, 6 by Marcus Grönholm. Now, there have been no positional changes in our leaderboard, but Grönholm has closed the gap to Chris Atkinson to 1.1 seconds. Next up, stage 7. Yes, you've guessed it, it's this big one all over again, and by the time Sébastien Loeb gets here, the place will look completely different and this road will have worn down. Look at that.
John, it is a repeat of stage 3, and Chris Atkinson won it this morning. It's in 2 seconds. Loeb fourth at the moment, 10 seconds behind the third place man, Marcus Grönholm.
I tried to push very hard because I want to come back a bit. Marcus was going away, everybody is going away, so I had to push, and so I chose especially hard tire without any cut for this long stage. I lost again a bit time in the 2 first. I hope I will not lose too much in the next one, but in this one I was driving very fast and I'm happy with the time.
And it was a good time, almost a minute quicker than Chris Atkinson's this morning. Let's see if that moves him up the order.
And it needs to be, because Peter Solberg is the guy who's been getting away from him, cheered on here by the Japanese fans who know how important Subaru is to them. Solberg, the rally leader, by 16 seconds.
At the moment, it's his teammate who's keeping the pressure on him. Solberg, very determined this weekend. And this is the longest stage of the rally. If you're going to make a move on people, this is where to do it.
15.
And there's that sparkling time set by Sébastien Loeb on this stage. And here comes Solberg, and he's slower already.
Solberg, yeah, down.
Into 6 right half long, tightens. Keep into the crest, 40.
10 seconds, 11.5 seconds slower than Sébastien. Loeb closes the gap.
To Marcus Grönholm with the bits between his teeth, because he's only 1.1 seconds behind Chris Atkinson coming into this stage. Surely he can make up that time here.
Yeah, but I think the man on the move is going to be Loeb with that time, John. Marcus finished 4th here last year, and he has the ability to win this event. Remember, there are another 19 stages in this rally after this one.
Jatkuu oikein eri miinus, kirraa.
So narrow.
Ja vasen eri helppo. 9. Huomio, oikein pitkä hidas.
You can see the rock exposed from the cleaning effect there. Marcus hanging it out.
To the privateer, Anthony Warmbold in 8th place.
Michael Orr on the pace notes to him, but we've been looking at the split times and he's dropped some time midpoint.
What?
Atkinson's behind us.
Okay, we have to stop?
Yeah, stop somewhere.
All right, as soon as I can.
And that's the voice of Orr telling Warmbold to do this, to pull over.
That's right. Remember, these cars set off at 2-minute intervals, but Warmbold's had a problem. and that's going to cause dust for this man, Chris Atkinson. He was second overall. Look at it there, hanging.
And he's
just flashes past Wormbold, so now he's got a clear road ahead of him, but that will have cost him time.
It's a shame on a stage where he did so well this morning.
The gap was only 1.1 seconds between him and Grönholm behind him.
It's a lot bigger than that now, Robbie.
Dropped a lot of time. 27 seconds slower. And that drops him 2 positional places to 4th now.
Chris, you've obviously come in ahead of Anthony there. Did it cost you much time?
Yeah, a fair bit, right through a tricky section. We're in his dust for, I don't know, 5 or 10k. But obviously it cost us time, but that's life.
Chris Atkinson knowing it's a big weekend for Subaru, so too for Mitsubishi, the other big Japanese rallying brand, and this is Harry Rovanperä delivering for them.
In 5th place at the moment, John. The Finn finished 6th here last year in Peugeot, so he's got some experience. He's a driver that's out of contract, and he'll be keen to impress.
Now, who is this? The Škoda of Mika Hirvonen, and the sparkle has been going out of his rally, Robbie, as we've been reading those timesheets.
Was as high as 4th this morning, but down to 9th now. Whoa, big understeer there, and he's off. But both Mikko and his co-driver are okay, but it is game over for them. But that blistering stage win by Loeb moves him up 2 places from 4th to 2nd overall. Grönholm stays in 3rd, and Atkinson drops to 4th.
Solberg arrived to tonight's Super Special with a lead of almost 24 seconds over Sébastien Loeb after winning stage 8. But Harry Rovanperä in the Mitsubishi sprang the surprise here by winning the final stage of the day. All of which means that Solberg now leads Loeb by almost 23 seconds, with Marcus Grönholm in 3rd and Chris Atkinson holding on to 4th place. Coming up after the break, all the action from day 2. Welcome back to the Rally of Japan. It's day 2 today. There's a marathon day for the drivers to get through 12 stages in all to be completed. But where are the fans?
Here's one of them, John. He wants Marcus Grönholm to win for beef. Nice thought. Special stage 10, one of the shortest of the rally, and all these stages this morning are repeated later today. Tony Gardemeister fires his Focus off the start line. 9th on this event at the moment. Had a bit of an off day yesterday, and Ford will be pushing him for more speed, that's for sure. Neither Gardemeister or Cresta have got experience of this event, so it's going to be difficult here for them. Harry Rovanperä, 5th overall at the moment, 18 seconds behind Chris Atkinson in 4th. He's a leading Mitsubishi. His teammate Gali just behind him. But Harry will have the sights set on catching Atkinson. Again, these stages very narrow. This is going to be a good time by Harry. Takes 6 seconds off Atkinson. The gap's now 12. They breathe a sigh of relief. Harry on it in there. This is Marcus Grönholm, currently 3rd overall, and he's got Loeb as his target. He's 12 seconds behind him at the moment. Marcus said yesterday he wasn't in the mood for fighting, but today is another day, and he's close to Loeb. The stage just began to cut up, and remember, on day 2 and 3, the top 15 cars, the running order is reversed.
7 ja vasen eri helppo yli nypyn 100.
Sébastien Loeb, 2nd. 1 position above where he really needs to be. Remember, a top 3 will secure him his title this weekend. Loeb just tackling some of these ruts, keeps the car very straight. Important to keep the front wheels in them. If the car jumps out, it will fire you into the scenery very quickly. Peter Solberg leading this difficult event. Subaru will be feeding in the split times to him, and he'll be driving accordingly. Just, whoa, bit of a moment there over that jump. Very, very difficult here. No room to slide the car around. Important to keep it straight. Harry Rovanperä won stage 10, but this is how the leaderboard looks after 11. Another strong performance in there, and he's got the gap behind Chris Atkinson down to 0.8 of a second. And fastest time for Grönholm in 11 means that him and Loeb are locked in a fight.
I've got Guy Wilkes with me now, and you might remember our competition from Wales Rally Great Britain a fortnight ago to win Guy's crash helmet. To do that, all you had to do was answer the following question: who is the reigning junior world champion? The answer, of course, is Guy's teammate PG Anderson. And Guy, you can reveal the name of the winner.
The lucky winner is Nigel Atkinson, and it's on its way to you from Japan.
Well done. Straight back to the action from Japan, and we're going to start stage 12 by looking at a fella who is on fire. And that man is Harry Rovanperä. He won the first stage of this morning, and you wonder now what could be possible, Robbie.
Yeah, I noticed, John, you didn't try and pronounce the name of that stage. Harry Rovanperä having a bit of a moment. Quite rutty this stage in places, and the cars are jumping about all over them. Rovanperä's in a big fight, only 0.8 of a second behind fourth place man Atkinson. The Mitsubishi team really upping their game. They've been working hard back at their UK base in Rugby, and it's showing on the stages. Harry launches his car over the flying finish. He's been on maximum attack.
Chris Atkinson, we know from some of the stage times this morning, was flattered by his road position yesterday. It was nice and good for him, but it's not working that way today. It's down to hard work for him.
That's right, John. He was leading this event yesterday. Some of that will have been down to that road cleaning effect, but he was driving well. Remember, the gap's only 0.8 of a second between Rovanperä and Atkinson for fourth place.
36. Here comes up this final pair of corners, the ones that Harry Rovanperä took so agricultural, and he's lost time.
He's slower. He's dropped a position here, John. Rovanperä nails him and moves up to fourth. Atkinson down to fifth.
You heard the bleep. You got the Aussie reaction to dropping a place. Marcus Grönholm piling on the pressure on Sébastien Loeb this morning. It's a thing that he likes to do. Gives him great pleasure.
He is stirred at the moment, but the gap is only 0.6 of a second behind Loeb. He'll not only be after Sébastien, but I'm sure he's going to look at Peter Solberg as well. I think deep down, Marcus thinks he can win this rally.
And look, Robbie, at the water that's settling in those ruts.
Conditions a lot wetter up here, John. Not going to be in the ideal tyre. Makes it very difficult. Sébastien Loeb, second place, but his position is under threat.
Well, I was going to say there should be alarm bells going off in this car, because second place might not be his at the end of this stage. Third place would give him that championship, we know, but third place might also get him caught up in the dogfight that's going on behind him.
Sébastien really struggling with the car in the ruts there. Slippy outside them. Important to keep the car on the track. Okay, John, let's just recap. Loeb second, but 0.6 of a second splits him and Grönholm. And he's slower, he's dropped a position. Marcus takes second place in this rally, and Loeb down to third.
The time is very bad compared to Marcus, but I didn't try to fight. I think, I don't know, I cannot drive the car. It's when it starts to slide, I cannot stop the slide.
So Grönholm now takes up the charge against this man, Peter Solberg, our rally leader, and when he's leading he says there's no feeling in the world that beats it.
Peter driving extremely well, hungry for this win. It's been a long time.
Keep left of the long crash.
Tavelli have got a good tyre here. Oh, big moment there. Just got outside the ruts and onto that loose gravel, and it spat him down the ditch. Lucky to get away with it.
Yeah, but speed and also try and save this championship.
Here's a quick replay of Solberg's heart-stopper, and he gets away with it. But a driver who did get away with it is Natalie Barrett in her Mitsubishi. Big roll, both okay. It's over now from Natalie.
And after 12 of the 26 stages, it's all change on the leaderboard behind Peter Solberg. Grönholm now takes up the chase. Loeb is down to third. Atkinson.
Petter Solberg uses the short stages from 30. A bit of breathing space between him and the chasing pair of Marcus Grönholm and Sébastien Loeb. Harry Rovanperä is in a comfort zone all of his own in 4th place, but Gigi Galli has got his eyes on Chris Atkinson's 5th place, and that's a battle that Francois Duval is about to join as well.
You got to watch this guy Galli. He's getting a bit close behind you.
Yeah, both Mitsubishis are going well this morning, but we struggled a little bit with our setup for these roads, and it wasn't the same as yesterday. And
in the stage it's tricky, yes, sleepy, narrow and wide and narrow and faster and slow and tricky and everything.
We try to go for it, but of course Petter wants to win here. But still 1.5 days, so everything is possible.
Good. I'm glad you said that, because I'd love to see you mix it with Petter.
We will see, yes, I will try.
Okay. Thank you. The stages are starting to come thick and fast now. You'll recognise this one. It's a repeat of stage 12 this morning, which means Francois Duval in 7th needs to do well to keep the pressure on Gigi Galli.
Yeah, John, he's only 4 seconds behind Galli at the moment, and Chris Atkinson is only 7 seconds in front of him in 5th place. Been a bit off the pace. He failed to finish here last year, but his times are improving.
And this man is his target, Galli in 6th, who's matching the speed of his gravel expert and teammate Harry Rovanperä.
Lots of ruts. This is the 4th time this stage has been used. It was the first win of the rally, and you can really see the cars begin to struggle. He's on Chris Atkinson's case. The gap between them only 3.9 seconds. Galli fighting that steering wheel. He puts all the effort in. Look at these conditions though. This isn't ideal for World Championship standards to have roads run 4 times.
And to hear the ruts banging on the bottom of the cart to Chris Atkinson. He's in 5th place, and you often see the Australians rally end about now, so concentration is needed, Chris.
Started this morning in 4th, but is losing a bit of time to the more experienced drivers in the championship.
Yeah, Galli included. Look at that clock, and there's still a way to go.
The gap was 3.9 seconds, remember?
And that time is costly to Chris Atkinson. It drops him a place. Now, Robbie, can we tempt Marcus Grönholm? Tell him the gap's just 21.9 seconds to Petter Solberg. He can go for a win. Come on.
He's still got the pressure firmly on Solberg. This man never gives up. You can hear the car crashing out on some of these big ruts. On a big charge.
But is he going to be good enough to catch Petter Solberg, who knows that when he gets into the tight and twisty stuff, he's got an advantage over everybody behind him? Maybe enough to grow his lead over Grönholm, who knows?
But Solberg's not hanging about from those pictures, John. He knows there is pressure. There's still a long way to go in this event. Whoa, Solberg's sliding a bit wide.
Another of those near-offs.
Just on the gravel. The clocks are up, John. An important stage.
Petter looking for the end of it. Remember the gap, 21.9. What's it going to be at the end of this one? Valuable tenths of seconds. Here it is.
He's slower by 2.1. Grönholm closes in.
Well done. Yeah, well done anyway. We're +1, it's just a little wide on that corner, that's all.
Stage 17 is won by Marcus Grönholm, but Petter Solberg hits back on 18. Here's the leaderboard after that, and it's been a costly couple of stages for Chris Atkinson, down to 7th with Duval up to 6th and Galli into 5th place.
There were no positional changes on stage 19, but on stage 20, unfortunately for Harry Rovanperä, his spot lamps failed, and he dropped from 4th overall to 5th. It's now his teammate Galli who's up in 4th. But it's Petter Solberg who remains firmly at the front of this event in Japan, and Sébastien Loeb is looking very good for his 2nd World Championship title here. But we have 5 more stages to go, and they're all coming up after the break.
Welcome back to the Rally of Japan, where the opening stage this morning still sees Mitsubishi's Harry Rovanperä struggling with electrical problems. They've now cost him over 30 seconds in time and dropped him 2 places down the leaderboard.
Well, they tell you in rallying to expect the unexpected, but we don't normally get it on a Sunday morning. First for us to look at François Duval with Gigi Galli temptingly close to him, but the Italian did just enough yesterday to stay ahead.
That's right, Duval is 5th overall at the moment, and he's only 5 seconds behind Gigi Galli. Big push in here. Damp and slippy though, John. 3rd quickest in the previous stage, so on a bit of a mission.
And for the look of that stage, Robbie, it's cutting up badly as well. Chris Atkinson now, less than 3 seconds off Duval, so it's a 3-way battle over this 4th place.
That's right. 3 drivers split within 8 seconds, and they're going to have to repeat this stage as the last one, and if it is cutting up, it's going to be very rough later.
Big day for Chris Atkinson, not often in the result on a Sunday morning.
But he is, John. Look at this down towards the end of the stage. This is going to be a cracker of a time, 21 seconds quicker than Duval. He leapfrogs his position, and will he get Galli?
That was a tough stage, very slippery, but obviously worked well. We had a few minor mistakes, but happy to take that much time out of Duval.
To Harry Rovanperä, Sunday morning is not a time for problems, but there's nothing that Harry can do. He's been dropped to 7th place after that opening stage.
That's right, more electrical worries.
Repeat. How is it easy? We have a problem. Is it Galli near us? Say if we have to stop. Stop.
Dropped 25 seconds in the previous stage, and that car's not sounding healthy. Not good news for the Mitsubishi team.
Who must be wondering, Robbie, if their rally is coming to pieces. Let's hope that Gigi Galli can 4th place.
Yeah, but he's going to be feeling the heat from Duval and Atkinson.
4th place is the one that they're all after.
Whoa, big sideways. Oh, he's hit something on the inside there, John. There's a wheel scraping. This is a disaster. And there's the problem. Rear left missing.
Gigi, the wheel is destroyed. How did you do it?
I don't know. I touched something and I break the rear.
Unbelievable. A double whammy for Mitsubishi in Japan. But out in the clear with a 30-second lead over Marcus Grönholm is our rally leader, Petter Solberg.
He'll be driving to the split times fed into the car by the team. But Grönholm was slightly quicker than him in the previous stage. And it is slippery there.
Well, if the battle is on, and we know Marcus would like it, they're going to have to feed good information into Petter.
35, right first half long, opens 14.
Oh, lots of damp in there.
40. Last 6 right first long, keep in the crest, 50.
Solberg's not at the end of this stage yet. There's Grönholm's time, 15 minutes. Solberg's dropping some here. It's not going to be enough for Grönholm to take the lead, but it reduces the gap by 8.9 seconds.
Bloody hell.
Very, very slippery in there. I didn't have so much traction, and I don't know why. Don't have a clue. I tried everything.
So the lead has been reduced, but look at the result of that big push by Chris Atkinson, taking Galli's 4th place, and Duval unable to capitalise. He stays in 5th. And sure enough, that rear wheel damage to Gigi Galli's Mitsubishi is terminal, and he is out. Just enough time to tell you about more top-line motorsport coming to Japan as we leave. Formula One arrives, and this time it's the battle for the Constructors' Championship. All of that on the 9th of October. No change on the leaderboard from stage 24, so this is 25. We can take a breath, can't we? No, we can't. Chris Atkinson comes around this corner in 4th place, having shown such a turn of speed and a classy drive this morning.
And John, he's only got 18 seconds of a gap between himself and François Duval behind him, so there's a big fight this morning in these stages.
And after that drive, what can he do now?
Sébastien Loeb in a very comfortable 3rd overall. No need to push. The championship will be his if he stays where he is at the moment. 25 stage miles to go in this event, John.
Must be a wonderful feeling for a driver, Robbie, to know that another World Championship is just around the corner.
Yeah, but it's also a very nerve-wracking experience. Wondering if the car's going to last, looking around each corner, concentrating on your notes. lots of strange noises appear, and they don't really mean anything, but it's scary.
Markko Grönholm then in second place, and the only person left unimpressed by what he's been doing this weekend has been Markko Grönholm himself.
Marcus has been doing a fantastic job this weekend, considering what went on 2 weeks ago. 22 seconds behind Peter Solberg, keeping the pressure firmly on. The clock is up to Francois Duval because he's the quickest man through this stage before Grönholm. Let's see the time. Slightly faster, and Solberg has still to come through here.
3, 2, 1.
Almost the final countdown. The lead then is 22.3 seconds, and this stage is just over 10 miles long.
That's all that stands between him and his second Japanese victory. Solberg just getting out these ruts. Remember, this stage was used this morning. Oh, big kick there as well.
4 right half long, opens 15. Flat 6 right fast.
You can't afford to back off. It's easier driving at 100% here, John.
I'm listening out here for the word flats that Phil Mills will use as he describes these fast roads to Peter Solberg.
Oh, what's that? He's off.
There was a rock there.
Rock in the middle of the road.
See if it'll go back.
I don't.
Come on, Peter, get it out of there. Lots of steering, and it's going nowhere. Disaster. 22 seconds has gone already.
And when the driver's getting out of his car, you know he's in trouble.
I can't believe this, John.
We hit a rock, and I think we broke the steering.
Oh, and there's the news. Can you believe that? Oh.
And there's the offending item. It was right in the middle of the road, and that's part of a brake disc.
Peter, 900 metres into the second last stage, and the car's parked in the trees. Can you tell us how it happened?
No words can describe it, John, and no fault of his own.
That's victory gone, just a few miles from the end, and this is how.
The rock lying in the right-hand rut smashes the brake disc and fires Solberg into the trees.
So the man who has led this rally since stage 4 is out, and everyone behind him moves up a place, bringing Chris Atkinson onto the podium for the first time ever. But Markko Grönholm inherits the lead with one stage to go. Well, there's been an ebb and flow to this weekend, hasn't there? But all of that means that, barring mishaps, this rally belongs to Markko Grönholm with a nice coast to the finish, Robbie.
Unbelievable circumstances with Solberg crashing out. I feel really sorry for him, but Markko Grönholm has driven a very strong rally.
And in doing that, Robbie has pushed Peter Solberg all the way, so it's nice to see him inherit a little bit of luck. But over the season, neither of them have managed to keep the pressure on this man, Sébastien Loeb.
Yeah, but John, Solberg and Grönholm are the only people that can keep Loeb honest. Sebastian's had a fantastic run this season. His car has been ultra reliable and fast. And there it is, Sébastien Loeb, 2005 World Rally Champion.
The final 100 yards of what has been an unprecedented season for Sébastien Loeb. Second in Japan, making him champion of the world once again.
Well done, bien joué.
Merci, thank you. A difficult rally here because I was a lot under pressure because of this title, and I had to drive for the third place. Now it's done, so I'm really happy.
Yeah. And how does it feel, a second championship, back-to-back world champion?
It feels very good. I think if Marcus arrives now, we will have both 2 titles and both 18 victories, so it will be a good battle in the future.
Congratulations, a surprise but very welcome victory here in Japan.
Yeah, it's nice after what happened in Wales to be, so it's for him this victory. We are very happy for that.
And there's the result, a real boost for the Peugeot team from winner Markko Grönholm. Loeb takes second, and Chris Atkinson with co-driver Glenn McNeil take their very first podium. That seals a second Drivers' Championship for Sébastien Loeb, and with 3 events still to go. But in the Manufacturers' Championship, 22 points is a gap that Peugeot could still close and catch Citroën.
So Markus Grönholm steals a surprise win right at the end, but Robbie, this weekend was all about Sébastien Loeb.
It was. When he came to Japan, he knew what he had to do, and that's what he did here, Johnny. He drove the rally perfectly, and he's picked up his second World Championship crown, and he's won 8 rallies this year so far, and Citroën and Sébastien have had the perfect season.
And as you know, there aren't too many drivers around with 2 world crowns to their name.
That's right, and there's probably more to come from Sébastien. He's on top of his form.
Well, the Manufacturers' Championship is yet to be settled, and we now move to Corsica in 3 weeks' time for what is undoubtedly going to be the Sébastien Loeb Championship party. So until then, from all of us on ITV.